What's up, guys? It's Jonathan. In this video, I really want to talk about what I've been going through in my life recently. And I've done a lot of digging. I've done a lot of self-reflecting. And I've realized that many of us, we act like there's something wrong with having problems. We act like there's something wrong with struggling. And I see that a lot. I see that a lot in influencers. I see that a lot in people in their day-to-day lives. Is like you hide what you struggle with. You hide your real self. So for me, not too long ago, I was having a day where I was really struggling. I was like trying to be positive. I was like, be positive, be positive. Don't think this thought, don't think this thought. Be present, be present. Trying so hard, forcing it. And it's kind of like I started to realize that I do that a lot. Like I pretend that I'm good. I try to be positive. I try to remind myself, I'm grateful for this. You have this going on in your life. You have this to be proud of. You have this to be thankful for. You got a job, you got a family, you got all these things. And then it hit me that all I ever really do is deal with the symptoms in my life. All I ever really do is focus on surface level things in my life. I really don't get to the bottom of it. It's like I just want to deal with the top. I just want to deal with the things that I want to deal with, but I don't want to dig deep. And in my journey, I've done a lot of digging. I've gone to therapy. I've talked to people. I've prayed countless times about my struggles. I've talked to people who I've struggled with. And I thought, well, that's the end of it. I don't have to deal with that so much. Like, yeah, the past will still affect me, but I don't have to live there. I don't have to deal with that. And now I realize that the past is never really over with. You're still gonna have things that you struggled with. There's still things that from your past that you struggle with now, and you gotta go back to, you gotta dig deep in. It's not that you live in the past, but you have to sometimes think about, why do you feel the way you feel? I know for me, I'm a huge overachiever. I'm a type A personality. I want success. I want to be the best. I'm ambitious. But then I realized that, what does that really stem from? What is it that I really want? What is it that I really need? A lot of us, we want to inspire people. We want to impact people. We want to have this effect. But it's not really making us happy. I've thought about how many times a lot of us, we are so unhappy trying to inspire others to be happy. And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. So for me, it's made me realize that I have more issues than I think I do. I have more broken pieces in me than I think that I have. And that's okay. It's that resisting it. It's to think that, no, I don't have those struggles. I don't struggle as much as I do. Or it's, I want to control everything. And I've seen that countless times in my life where I've tried to control everything. I want to control my emotional level. I can only be sad this amount of time. I can only struggle this amount of time, this many days, or this a half a day. I can't struggle the whole day. It's like we want to control these things, and I've seen that in my life, trying to control everything. And where does that really stem from? That stems from my emotional issues. That stems from that deeper layer that I don't get into because I want to deal with the surface levels, because I want to deal with the symptoms. I'm looking at a tree right now, and it's like, from reading in a book, I realized that all I ever do is I deal with the leaves. I don't deal with the roots. I don't get down, digging deep, and really discover why I feel the way I feel. So a lot of us, if we would really talk about the things that we go through, if we would really express what really bothers us, if we would really get it out and stop trying to be positive, stop trying to have impact or do whatever it is that we're trying to do, if we would just express what was going on in our lives, there would be so much healing. There would be so much freedom. You would be so much more real. Everything would be so much more real. But instead, a lot of us, we just want to hold it in. A lot of us, we want to act like, I don't got nothing wrong with me. And I'm not going to lie to you, saying something like, I'm a broken person, not too long ago, I would have been like, I don't like the sound of that. My ego would have been like, no, I can't deal with that. I'm not broken. I'm inspiring. I'm love because God is love. I'm a light. I want to radiate light to everybody. But no, I do have some issues in me. We all have issues in us. We all struggle with something. We all have broken pieces. If we didn't have any broken pieces, if we didn't struggle, if there was nothing wrong with us, what would be the point of this earth? What would be the point of God, really, if we didn't have any struggles? Why would there be a heaven? Why would there be a place greater than this if we didn't have any struggles? No, we have these struggles to realize we need to dig deeper. We have these struggles to realize that we need a personal relationship with each other, with God. with our family, with our friends. So I see a lot of people, they talk about meditating. They talk about reading books. They talk about being positive. They talk about all these things. And there's nothing wrong with meditating. I meditate a lot. I do. But I realize that meditation is not going to get me to the next level. Meditation is not going to help me find out who I really am. Meditation is not going to help me dig deep, like really deep, and discover my issues or what's going on. That's not really what's going to do it. What's going to do it is me really asking myself, what is my problem? What is my issue? What is going on? And you may get some of those answers through meditation, but something like meditation is just curing the symptom. It's not curing the disease. It's not curing the root. It's not really it's not digging deep. And that's what a lot of people, they want to do. It's like they don't want to think about their problems. It's like, I just want to focus on my breath. I don't want to think about my problems. I don't want to think about what's going on. That's surface level stuff. Or a lot of people, they use tactics, or they use habits, or so many things that they try to do to get away from what they really need to face. A lot of people, they don't want to face what they're going through. So that's why you hear people say, I got 27 things I do every single day that helps me find peace. Or I can give you 10 things right now you can do to be happy. Life doesn't work that way. It's not reality. That's fake. So I had to realize that in my own self, is like, I'm always looking to read and discover things and look for tactics and techniques. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with some of these things that you do. But at the end of the day, that's not your solution. That's not your foundation. That's not what's going to get you to the next level. Like I said, what's going to get you to the next level, as I realize, is that you have to journal on some of the things that you're going through. You have to talk to your family, your friends. You got to be real with people in order to really discover like what's really going on, and what are your true motives, and what makes you happy. I realized not too long ago, it's like, I feel this need to do something. I always feel this need to strive, whether it's put out a video, put out a blog, inspire somebody, impact somebody. Now realizing that doesn't really make me happy all the time. And I know it's not about always being happy about doing those things, but at the end of the day, I realize that that's not gonna make me happy. What's gonna make me happy is really digging deep inside who I really am, digging deep inside of who's God, and what's his presence feel like. And what is my spirit like? What does that feel like? Like digging deep. A lot of people, they want to radiate this positive energy. I see a lot of people is like, I want the positivity. I want the energy. I want to feel good. I want to be inspired. I want to radiate this light to everybody in the world. That's not real. That's not real at all. Because you have tough days. You have your troubles. And if you want to get to that place where you want to be as positive, where you want to inspire people, where you want to have impact, then you got to dig deep. You got to be real with yourself and say, why do I struggle with what I struggle with? Whether it's this obsessiveness to be the best, to achieve so much. Whether it's I want to inspire 5 million people. It's like, what is it? What is it that you're really striving for? What is it that you really need? And for me, I realize that what I really need is God's presence. What I really need is his love. And for a lot of people, that's not enough for them. It's like, that's not enough for me. I need to achieve. I need to inspire people. I need to get to that next level. I need to write a book. I need to make a video. I need to be this businessman. I need to make the New York Times bestseller. But at the end of the day, that's not going to make you happy. That next thing is not going to make you happy. What's going to make you happy, what's going to make you not even happy, what's going to make you find joy and peace is really discovering, like, why am I here? Why do I do what I do? What am I looking for? What am I really searching for? And if it's peace, peace is not something that you constantly strive for. Peace is something that you find within. Peace is something that you say to yourself, I don't need to do all of these things to matter. I don't need to do all these things to have worth. I don't need to do all these things to feel like people will love me. And that's what we're really after. We're after love. We're after self-worth. And if you want that, you got to get quiet. You really got to spend time with God, and you really got to realize that he put you on this earth for a reason. He gave you a purpose. He gave you a plan. And he brought you here because he loves you. And you can read it countless times in the Bible where it talks about his love is enough. Like, his love is really enough. But for a lot of us, that's not enough. So I really want to encourage people who are watching this to realize that it's great to be an influencer. It's great to want to inspire people. It's great to want to make a difference. But at the end of the day, we can't get away from our struggles. We can't get away from looking for ways to really own up to what we struggle with, own up to wanting freedom, wanting to be healed. And you're only gonna get that by being real. You're only gonna get that by talking to people that you trust and say, I struggle with this. I'm still struggling with this. I didn't get over that. Or I have this obsessiveness, or I have these worries that I go through, or these anxieties. That's the only way you're gonna get to that next level. That's the only way you're gonna find freedom and joy and peace. So I really encourage you guys to really get to that place where you say, I don't want to keep striving. I don't want to keep getting to that next thing. I don't want to keep feeling like I have to do something in order to matter. No, I want to sit here on a bench and feel the wind, look at the leaves, look at the trees and say, you know what? I can sit here for 2 hours and I matter. I have self-worth. I have a foundation, a rock solid foundation. I'm important to people. I don't need to get up here and look to inspire 100,000 people. I can still do that, but it's coming from a different place, an inner place that you really got to get to. You really got to put that inner work in. You really got to find out what's your motivation, what are you striving for? And you really got to ask yourself, is it the right intentions that I have? Am I doing the right thing? So if you guys haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Take care, guys, and God bless.